Hello. Today is March the 8th, 2022. Thank you for the Lord for allowing me to see another day. I am sitting in the truck doing this video. I am backing up my information because the police, I am still experiencing a storm. I like that. A storm of Fourth Amendment violations. I love that word. A storm. I'm experiencing a storm of them. Of Fourth Amendment violations, and the latest violations occurred at Aurora and at a guy's house. So, well, the purpose of this recording is to just say some things and to back it up. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to address some statements, and then I want to move on. So first and foremost, I am homeless, and I don't like to say that word because I would have a home if I was not being oppressed. So I'm not going to say that I'm homeless anymore. I am oppressed, and the police are keeping me without a home. Speaking of that part, I did find out that I was qualified to go to a place to stay from Aurora, and police denied it because of my complaints. And smoking marijuana does qualify as a place to stay, and does qualify as, marijuana does qualify as a drug, even though it's legal, but it qualifies as a drug in which you can be used to go into treatment. So even though it's not something that I need treatment over, because if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. And so that was denied. And I found out the other night that it was actually possible for me to go, but it was denied. So I said that about that. I'm looking for my glasses because I ain't got my eyelashes on today. The other thing that I was going to say is, so finding that out. The next thing I wanted to say is I do not roam from city to city or state to state. And I'm starting to wonder if that's what the FedEx orientation was about, to look like I was coming back in flight from somewhere. For the sake of this recording and for truth, I'm going to write it in my notebook and in my journal that I lived in only these states: in Georgia, in South Carolina, in North Carolina for a few weeks at the In-Town Suites, and then to Tennessee. And I was lured there because Ketchup's brother said that his parents needed help and that he had fell down the stairs and couldn't walk. And when we got there, that was not true. So I was lured to the state of Tennessee. Ketchup said we was going to visit. I even told his family we were going to visit, and when we got there, he wanted to stay. And so that was that. He got a job at Depot and was making great money. And now I see the police gave him that. He got that job as soon as we got there. And then after Depot, after Tennessee, we went to Kentucky. And then from Kentucky, we came back to Georgia. And then here I am in California. And any other state that I haven't said is a state that I've never lived in. As far as Any other places that I've just visited to see, I've been to Florida once with Ketchup, and then once with DRVO Hubert. And we went on a church event, and I didn't even drive, and neither did we. He wrecked the car on the way down there. And so we went to a church event and came back right back. And let's see, was there any other places that I've been to see? No. I haven't been to any other states. Other than en route to coming to California, of where I had to stop off for gas. But other than that, no, I haven't been anywhere else. I want to say that I'm frustrated today with the process of how it is such a blatant disregard for truth, a blatant disregard for my name, and how I'm forced to live this way strictly because of my complaints for justice, to make a complaint to say that someone was doing something wrong to me, and just the fact of that I reported it. Not only did the police turn a deaf ear, they turned a blind eye, and they kept going. And that's why the situation is so bad. And that's why it's so aggressive. And that's why it's at the point that I live in fight or flight every day, because of my complaints. And this here, behind here, this is a strap to strap my doors shut. And that's okay. But what happens to if they threaten to burn the truck up like they had said? They did that before. And they put gasoline on the door. So it's that. Who cares about that though? I'm just saying it because that's what my life is, and I'm not sugarcoating anything. I say what I want to say because they do what they want to do. So as long as they keep doing what they want to do, I'm going to keep saying what I want to say. That's how that's going to work. And it's not going to change. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, because they're doing whatever the hell they want to do. And it don't make no sense. And it's strictly because I'm black. They would not in a lifetime be doing this to a white person. I don't care. If the white person had money, didn't have family, they would not be doing this to a white person at all. A white person would have been and got in touch with somebody. Black people, your own family act retarded. So, and I'm over it. Speaking of family, them emails, and I'm over it. I'm just over it. Sharon sent me an email last night that wasn't Sharon, but if it was, it was. As soon as I said something about the police, there's nothing else after that. If that was even the response coming back. And I'm going to stop talking, letting people coerce me into talking and communicating with them in the way that they want me to, because that only puts me in danger. Nobody else is in danger. Text messages are dangerous. Emails are dangerous. You don't know what text you're texting from, because the number that I don't have a phone, number one, but the police do. And I don't know if people know that or not, and I don't know exactly how legal it is or not. But let's say if you have a phone and you want your phone turned off, if the police have a warrant for it, they can keep that line active. Now, in my situation, which is why I was going to request a Franks hearing in the situation, to request where y'all getting these warrants from to do all this illegal stuff y'all doing to me, because it's cameras up here in the truck. And I noticed, I've been knew that, but I noticed exactly where they are now, because I noticed that certain people won't ride in the front of the truck, because if you ride in the front of the truck, then you're getting picked up on the view. So people that don't want to be seen, like the lady that gave me the money to stay at the hotel, she didn't ride in front of the camera. But it's okay because I got her tag number. If they're gonna throw the tag away, absolutely. But that's not the point. People that don't want, that's doing something wrong, they're not gonna ride in the front of this truck, because if you ride in front of this truck, it's gonna pick them up. So I need to get in touch with Aurora because they did not give me my property release sheet, and that's very important. It's important because, number one, they wanted me to sign saying that I got my property back, and I told her no, I need to see my property. So when it was time to leave, the police had her rush her so that she won't have time. And I said, I need, before we get ready to leave, I want to see my property sheet. She wanted me to sign it before I left. And I said, no, I can't do that. That's wrong. That's almost illegal. I need to have my stuff if I'm going to sign saying that I got it. Why would I sign something saying that I have it, ma'am, and I don't have it? I haven't even seen it. So in a court of law, if I sign it and I say, oh, you took this out or you took that out, well, ma'am, you signed saying that you got it. And that's the end of that conversation. Your signature ended the conversation. So I told her, no, I'm not going to sign that. But what they did was they took what they always do, and they took the photo and they took the camera. You standing there, you bent down, you looking at the paper, and they're going to say you signed for it. And they will probably put a signature or a copy and say you signed for it. No, I did not sign for it. And I was supposed to get it, and it was intentionally kept. So being that it was intentionally kept and there was evidence, false evidence put around it, that means that there is a crime going on that property sheet at Aurora. And so that's a major deal, and it's a major point for me right now, and that got me upset more than anything, because if they put such a lie around it, it's something that they hiding. The same way they did at Metro PCS on Holt Avenue, up near the LA County defects office. That girl in there is the same thing with the camera, the still shot, the framing, a payment being made, or it could have been just this. The fact, I took the amount that she said it was $35, and then somebody else paid a $35 phone bill, and I put them two together. Because she put a SIM card in the phone, which did not even need to be done. I asked her, could you activate the Obama SIM card? Which is true. They told me that phone could be put in any phone, which is true. She said no. So when I put it in, the police blocked it because they didn't want it like that. So with that being said, when I took it in there to ask, how could I get the phone to accept the SIM card? The lady said, oh, you can't, but I could put mine in there. Let me see if mine work. I know yours are going to work. And she took too long in the back. There wasn't even a girl that worked there. She came from the back. So when I walked in the store, it was empty for about 10 minutes. And then somebody came from the back. So I already know what that is. So anyway, so no payment was made. No service was started at Metro. I did see, she said that the 424 number didn't come up anymore. If that is the case, then so be it. But when I could have swore I seen on her screen that my phone number was up there and it said a $200 and some balance. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did look at an old screenshot of Metro PCS phone bill, invoice, and it said multiple services, and that been an issue, because I do not have multiple services and did not have multiple services with them. Didn't have hotspot or none of that, no extra phones or anything. I always had one phone on my plan, and that was it. I have never been associated with the number ending in 9455. The police have always used that number, and the numbers are identical to the bank cards and the way the bank cards work. They use the phone numbers and give it to me. And the numbers go to people or things that I have no need and no knowledge of. and they work the same way. I used to like that song. The next thing was so the phone works just like the debit cards, exactly that way, where the police use it or the numbers are strategic. Now, speaking of strategic numbers, I want to talk about Fifth Third Bank, and I want to specifically talk about the branch on, I believe it is going to be in Marietta, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the branch where
Pues no, hay dedos, hay pitos de plástico, no se ocupa, amor. Simplemente te estoy
um,
diciendo, es que
I'm trying to think, what is it going to be near? Or what is it going to be by? But it's going to be in Marietta, and it's going to be Miss Hatcher's branch. And so this is what happened. And I probably need to get my notebook so that I can spit facts with dates and receipts. So, what is going to happen? What is going to happen is this.
Bueno, bájate para esto, mi amor. Ya.
So what's going to happen is this. It was at the Hatcher branch in Atlanta, Marietta. I ordered a debit card, and I ordered the card in the branch because my card kept getting flagged. So I went in and I ordered it, and I ordered the card to come to the branch. They took it upon themselves to say that the card would be expedited and that they would cover the fee. They didn't cover the fee. So what happened is it came out of my account. It overdrafted, which prompted me to go into the bank. I'm upset. The police strategically did this now. This is all strategic. I call the branch. I call customer care. I'm put on hold. Mind you, the card is ordered. It should be here tomorrow. This, that, and the other. This was on a Thursday. They told me come to the branch on Saturday to pick it up. All right. So what happened is I wait to Saturday. I check the account. It's negative. This is all strategic. I call. They know she's going to be pissed. They already know that. They playing on my anxiety. Intentionally. They know I'm going to be pissed. I call. What's going on? They put me on hold. Do all kind of railroading. I already got to go to the branch anyway to pick up the card. I talk to them about it when I get in there. When I get in the branch, where's the card? The card didn't come. Okay, so the card didn't come and your account is negative. Okay, you got to wait till Monday to talk to somebody. So I flipped out in there. No, I'm not waiting on anybody, and I want my accounts closed today. They refused. Finally, when I threatened to call the police, just yell to the top of my lungs in there, they finally go ahead and say the account is closed. So when I come out, they said the card never came. So I got them to give me the tracking number to the card. I tracks the card. The card is at the FedEx station or says out. I forget which one it said. It either said out for delivery or at the station. Okay. Then I look down the street, and they know that I know them. He's sitting down the street. getting surveillance, getting your picture, getting video of what? You going to the bank to look like you picking up a card. Meanwhile, the police already got the card. They got it, and they out with the card, going everywhere you go. So that Monday, come in and get the card, Crystal. And then this Tuesday, we gonna flag the card. And then what is gonna happen? That is how it keeps happening over and over and over again. The police use the card. They give the card to me. And as soon as I get it, they flag it. And they cut it off. And they flag it for fraud. And then they act like they don't know what happened. And then you go to the branch and they do it all over again. That's why Fifth Third Bank won't close the account. Fifth Third Bank have said, and I'm quoting it, and I want them to use this in court, because I'm going to ask the judge, does it make sense to you? These people don't close my account. They closed it in June of what was that? June of 2020, because they said it was counterfeit money put in there. Michael Mariner came back and said, I apologize. They made a mistake. They opened the account back up. They frauded alerted again. They opened the account. Why are you keep opening the account and giving this lady all these debit cards if she's a fraudster? That's because I'm not. That's because what I just said is what they're doing and what they were doing. And Fifth Third Bank is so retarded that they're still doing it. And I don't even have a debit card at all. That's because the police know she will have to have one again. And when she do, we will give her the one. So they don't care that I don't have one now. They make evidence in advance. They make evidence for the future. So they will say, she don't got one today. But eventually, she gonna get a job. Eventually, somebody gonna send her some money. And when they do, we will make her get a debit card. How do you think they can make you get a debit card? Well, we live in a society where everything is electronic. And everything eventually has to have an email, a phone number, a debit card. And so that's the way it works. If you want to get money, you better get a debit card. If you want to get this, like the guy told me the other day, if you want me to give you some gas money, you better get cash out. No, that goes to show what I'm saying. They thrive off of accounts. And they want it to look like you're getting an account, you're doing something illegal, you're committing fraud just all over the world. They're retarded and they don't have no sense whatsoever. They are dumb as a box of rocks. I'm telling you, they have no sense whatsoever. They are airbrains, I swear. Other than the sophistication of that Stingray and their computer abilities, and the computer abilities don't even come from them. It's the machine. So they can't even take the credit for that. So they're just dumb. They're just regular people like we are with abilities to be professional hackers, and they steal. That's why ransomware and cyber securities are so high, because the police are committing the crimes. It's not the people out here in the street. It's the police, and that's why they can't do it. And that's why they got me. I'm tracking them down. I'm catching them, and the police know that. She's catching police. You going right. I'm catching police doing criminal activity on these cell phones, and they know it. They know it, and they should be glad. Because number one, if the police is doing it to me and I ain't got no money, what are they doing to these rich people? You think these rich people are not noticing pennies at a time being took out of their account? And what does that come to at the end of the year? If that person took $5 today, $5 the next day, $10 a day, you ain't missing it here. Yeah, you get money is being taken, and the police is doing it. So, anyway, that's what they did at Fifth Third Bank. And that's the way that it worked. And then if they're not doing that game, then what they would do is they would send a card out in the mail as if they done talked to somebody and their card is ordered and everything. just to get your fingerprints on it. The FBI knows she is going to send it to us because she reports crime, and they're not even looking at it that way. They're not even taking it that way. What they're doing is saying, we just got the card, so nobody had to go in her truck and put her to sleep to get it. We got it because she sent it to us without us having to do all of that. And that's how that worked. Other than that, they're going to wait until I put my fingerprints on it, put me to sleep in my truck, or wait till I go to sleep somewhere, and then they're going to steal it. And that's how that works. And that's what they have been doing. And they've been doing that for months. Since June of last year, when we got to Georgia. And I opened my account back up with Fifth Third Bank. Before then, I wasn't even fooling with no banks. In Kentucky, I didn't have no bank account. So I don't know what they doing. I went and applied at U.S. Bank, and they lied so bad with that girl at Zeta Lane, and that was the end of that. That was the end of that. I saw that devil right there, and I cussed him out and left there and didn't even think nothing else about it. And did they still have that account open? Of course they did, because they kept sending notices about it. And I don't understand how these banks are committing these crimes like this. So, matter of fact, U.S. Bank is going to get added. I don't understand how these banks are committing these crimes like this. These are crimes. A person at a bank, Fifth Third Bank, Michael Jessler. That man, what is it? No, that was Michael Jessler was in Comfort Suites. And this is why they're using these names all over the place. This was very significant. They're using the names all over the place for the simple fact of they're saying that those are my personalities. So, for example, Michael Jessler was in Comfort Suites in Kentucky. That's the maintenance man's name that he wore. I don't know if those are their real names. You got on a name tag that say that. Then Micah was the same name at Fifth Third Bank. Now, is that his real name? Who knows? But that's what you said your name is, and you're a manager of this branch. Are you doing something illegal? Absolutely. Absolutely. Him, the Pillsbury boy that was behind him, the Spanish boy, the white man that came in the first office on the right, the girl standing there at the counter that took out the large amount of cash, they're doing the transaction right there in the front of me. She shouldn't even be at the register while you're helping another customer. See, they're breaking rules. And they're trying to be so sneaky. I'm going to catch them up on policy alone. Number one, you got this boy standing here on a cell phone. And I took a picture and posted it yesterday. The Latino boy is on the cell phone. His job was to reissue new cards with the same account number. That was his job. And he got caught. So, what he would do is act like it's a new account. They done flagged it. Every time I used to go to work at Uber Eats, they flagging the accounts. Just keep being annoying. And then you go in there, we gonna have to just open a new one. Playing the game. Then you go in there and they giving you a new card. First of all, I don't know if that, because they're making the card numbers what they want them to be, that could be a card number that go to a whole different account. I don't know. So, but nevertheless, you're getting the same thing. So what happened was I went to go pay my insurance and had to input the information, and I kept getting flagged. So it made me call. And that's when the lady told me the information you got is wrong. They gave me the wrong routing number and card. So the routing number that they gave me went to a whole nother bank. So what that's making me do is be in acceptance, verbally and physically, of information that they done made. So then the lady at Fifth Third Bank said, that's not your account number at all. Who gave you that? The Latino boy did. So his job was just give her information. They at a bank, you go in there and you ask your bank, what is my account number and routing number? You trust that they're going to tell you the right thing. Not the way the FBI work. Let me show you how easy that is. Not how the FBI work. It's very easy. You go in the bank. What's my account number and routing number? Your the account number at Fifth Third Bank should be 260-193-812. Let's just say. And I think that's it. 260-930-812, something like that. And I'm quite sure that's what it is. So you go in there, this should be your account route. That's the routing number. And then let's say your account number is 123456789. And then let's say your card number is 123458921 or whatever. The police is going to give you 8921 card. They're going to have a 8921 card. Their routing number, though, is going to be 263890999. When she comes in and asks what is her account number and routing number, don't give her the real one. Give her the one that we have ending in 999. That 999 is going to go straight to her card that ends in 8912. Let her say that on a conversation to pay a bill or whatever. Then, once we record her and do that, then we'll go back and give her the right one ending in 812 and then giving her the right ending of her account number 6789. And then we'll let her use the right card number ending in 8912. And what has that done? That has put a person in possession of two different accounts, whereas the person only has one. So then, what makes the evidence all the more sinister, evil, malicious is it's in the background of your phone. The person is following you with the device. If they're not following you, in Georgia, they used to put the device in the truck. I used to say all the time, I don't know what's ringing. Something is ringing. So they come around you. They pull up on you and sit. And I don't call that pull up and sit anymore. They pull on you and hop on you and molest you. Because it is molestation. When you pull up with the intent to get in the back of this phone, to get inside of it and do malicious things to intentionally set someone up, it's molestation, among other things. But I'm asking a judge to make this a hate crime. This is a hate crime. Because a person that does this to maliciously set out to distort the truth and to go through such lengths to create that picture is a hate crime.